Today on a Commonly Good MTG, we're back to Mono Black Discard, but this is V2 version 2 because we have made enhancements to the last version of it. So what's Mono Black? It's all black cards. What's discards? Where we force people to get rid of the cards in their hands. And what's V2? Changes. If that sounds interesting, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to a Commonly Good MTG. I'm your host, a person who has woken up more than 10,000 times and still isn't used to it, Dr. Yukon SuckIt. Yes, thank you. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon SuckIt. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck of my own creation, if you can call it that. We'll talk about that. So the last time I put out a video, I put out Mono Black Discard, and the biggest problem with that deck, I was using it as a curse breaker. And a lot of things with curses is that if you just got to find a deck that will work, and if you touch it, if you change it in any way, it doesn't break the curse. So I broke the curse, at which point then I came back and I started to make changes to it because I wanted it to be different. The other deck was kind of boring. It was fantastic. It was standard mono black discard, but that's it. It's the standard one, the one that everybody plays. This one is slightly different, and we'll talk about that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards in this deck. We'll talk a little bit how it should work, and then we're going to go out and we're going to crush some hopes and dreams. Let's talk about the Mono Black Discard deck, the standard part. Let's put it together. Same things as before. We got creature removal, which is cut down, Anoint with Affliction, Go for the Throat, and Liliana. Those are the ones that do creature removal, spot creature removal, which is fantastic, right? It's a few low-end stuff, a few non-artifact stuff, and pretty much, your opponent has to sacrifice something. You keep that stuff down. And then we got discard, Hopeless Nightmare, Ruthless Negotiation, Bandit's Talent, Deep-Cavern Bat, and Liliana. Those are your discard agents that force them to just eliminate their hand, which means they cannot progress on what they want to do. Then we got some card draw from Bandit's Talent, and we got them just grinding them down for if they have too little cards in their hands. Bandit's Talent doing a lot of double duty there. And then lastly, Sheoldred comes in. And so whenever they draw a card, they lose 2 life. So if they're like getting really, really low and they happen to have card draw and you got Sheoldred out, they're going to be losing even more damage than their single card per turn. So this will just screwed if they do, screwed if they don't. They're just completely locked between a rock and a hard spot between like Bandit's Talent, screwing them over for not having enough cards, and Sheoldred for every time they draw too many. All right, what's new? It's the combo of Marauding Blight-Priest and Bloodthirsty Conqueror. What's the deal there? Bloodthirsty Conqueror says whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. This one says whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. And so these two together are an infinite combo where your opponent dies at least 1 at a time, right? That's what it is. So that just means, oh, look, I gained a life. So therefore, or my opponent loses life, so I gain a life. And my opponent says, oh, great, you gained a life, great, your opponent loses life. Oh, okay, then your opponent loses life, I gain much life. It just over and over again, they just die. I really don't like that combo because it's too slow and egregious, and you got to sit there and tick through all their life 1 at a time, waiting for it to go down, and it's just really super annoying. But in this deck, it is a second path to victory, so good for you. Yeah, that's it. So what are we going to do? We're going to force them to discard. We're going to pin down their creatures. And then if we don't win with the discard Sheoldred action, we'll use the Blight-Priest and the Bloodthirsty Conqueror to just finish them off. And that's it. That's the way the deck goes. All right, so before we go out and do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black Queen Sheoldred, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentations of the women. All right, we're playing against Atomic Punk with a lot of extra characters involved. Keep. All right, Atomic Punk. You can kill something if you put out something cheap and little. I don't know what you're playing. Let's go wish him a merry hello. And put out Bandit's Talent. All right, he's looking to do some control. Why is he milling me? Is he just playing a mill deck? Is that his deal? All right, let's Liliana him. And start the discards. I get to 4 mana. I need 5 for Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Let's just call it. We can put everything else out. Force a discard. Let's get him down. Let's tune it up. Nothing. All right. That sucks. Let's force to discard. And we'll get ourselves some more cards. No tax. Marauding Blight-Priest has got a nice butt on it too. Feels like we're playing the slow game here. I think this guy's trying to play a mill deck. Okay, you're out of mana. Just lands. Yeah, we got to get this guy to thin out his hand. And no attacks. We got a long way of no damage being dealt at this point. Oh, I could just go Liliana. Except for I think Liliana's gone. All right, let's... Nope, we're good. Question is, will he be willing to give up all of his mana? All right, let's do it. Target a player. Who do we want to let him keep? And we win! That's all it takes sometimes. Liliana at Super Saiyan ability. Victory! All right, put against Javi, the ambitious. Javi, keep. Couple threes. All right, let's just go for it. Throw it away, yo. All right, 2 is yet another. Unfortunately, with Liliana, the question, am I going to have to throw away my own cards? And the answer is, I don't want to throw away these ones. You might have to wait. Just let it go. Here goes pop a Hopeless Nightmare if we need to. All right, let's string this up. I really need... Man, 2 mana is great. All right, I'm going to put out the Blight-Priest. See, he's playing all blue. He could bounce it back. That would be an issue. Next turn, we'll get the next mana, which means we can get out the Bloodthirsty Conqueror. We just got to hope he doesn't have anything to screw my guys over with, because I got a combo that's just going to finish the game off. Is he going to be playing with counter spells? That's the question. 2 mana is a bad situation. Let me see. I'm going to go for Liliana. We'll see if he goes to counter. Yeah, he didn't have it. All right, now I feel bad for doing nothing. Crew 2. That's what you're playing. Oh, except it's an artifact, isn't it? All right, we'll just kill this one off. There we go. You want to go after Liliana? Go for it. There you go. There you go. Is this it? Do we win? And we win. This is why I hate it. I don't like this combo because I hate this thing. It's just 1 point after the other. And we win. Victory. All right, I played against Kennerd. Nope, not the Shikaka. You can suck it. Stay asleep there, Bat. All right, Cubert, I see you're swimming the wrong way. Eat your energons and start swimming clockwise, the way the good Lord intended. That's not the bad ley line. Raptor's hand. You got a cut down, you can just take out the bat. That's what cut down's pretty much made for. There we go. All right, not a whole lot. He's pretty much just got land. Lose it. Let's see what you do with the Sheoldred. That's a lot of life. That's 4 life for every card you decide to draw. All right, let's Liliana. Let's force. There we go. Suck it, suckerfish. How dare you try to stand before me? All right, we're playing against zocua. I think that's how it is. A-U, man, I don't know how to pronounce that. Keep it. They didn't teach us that in upstairs Hollywood Magic the Gathering school. We got the Bandit's talent, which is great. Bandit's talent. What are you chucking here? All right. Let's see what else you got there. Had to get rid of that because it's got a fight built into it. All right, we got Sheoldred on the next turn. And he doesn't have any sort of reach, so we're sending the bat in. All right, I can't do anything with what we got. I'm going to leave Sheoldred back. Should I send them both in? Send them both in. No, because Sheoldred will die. That'll happen. And Sheoldred does much better just standing off on his own, being as awesome as Sheoldred is. All right, we can start card drawing on the next turn. I just got to turn it up to 11. Guess who needs to suck it? Get some card draw going. He doesn't have anything to get rid of, so we're good. All right, he's down to 4. He's going to suffer. Yeah, that's it. He's not going to get anywhere. We're up to 31. That is fantastic. Let's give that Llanowar a shot. All right, that's it. And we win. This deck makes them suffer. Makes them suffer. All right, played against Jedge. Oh, what do we got? Tons of discard. It's pretty much all discard there. A little bit of creature kill, if that's what we need. Come on, turn it around. Come on, Qbert. See, Qbert's giving me the eye like she wants to be fed again. Fine. There you go. You don't need them. I already fed you today. All right, let's do Bandit's talent. Now we need to get some more mana. That would be an important part of this nutritious breakfast. Not really planning on putting a bunch of creatures out, so suck it. Unfortunately, making me do stuff. Icky stuff. Alright, that's fine. And we're not getting any mana. Alright, there we go. All right, I could Liliana this place, or I could turn this thing up to 11. Let's just do that. He didn't have anything in his hand, so we're just going to leave it. All right, we're doing 4 per turn. Yeah, we're going to have to flip some wings here. I know who you're giving up. Poor charming scoundrel. Make him lose 2 life. I could do that anytime, though. Let's just wait. The question is he going to come after Liliana? Yeah, no. War Leader's Call is pretty fantastic. Oh, he's just totally going after Liliana. All right, let's do some damage. What is it in your hand? You just shoot me in the face. You're still going to lose 2. I'll go for the next 2 as well. There we go. There you go. Down to 6. Down to 2. You got 1 card that's going to help you. Either you're going to kill me or not. Apparently it's not. Victory! All right, we're playing against Whitewood. 2, 3s, and 5s. This is a slow hand. Just don't want to underestimate what Liliana's capable of doing. I'll tell you, we're gonna chill out. We're just gonna go ahead and try to get the Bloodthirsty Conqueror out and see if we can just win. Going to Simulacrum. All right, we need to get a 5th mana from someplace. Should we go? Let's do it. All right, discard. I'll tell you, he's going to put out artifacts. We'll get rid of that one. All right, he needs a 5th card, a 5th mana. Hopefully we get someplace. I mean, I know we need to find somebody dealing damage too, but... Fine. There's our 5th mana. We'll use this to get rid of little boy blue there. I think we win right here. And here we go. And the cascade starts. Boom, 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 goes the room. Victory. One. Victory! And here we are with Mono Black Discard V2. Yeah, it was a great deck. You know, the funny part was that Mono Black Discard, as it was already a great deck. And the win rate I got with Mono Black Discard is pretty comparable with what I got with V2 here. But V2 made me feel good because I had an alternate path to victory. You know, Mono Black Discard, the original one, it had some good guys in it. It was mostly about just keeping them from being able to do anything by making them discard everything. And then you just kind of have some guys you kind of hit them around with, and then you win, right? This one, we have the combo of the Blight-Priest and the Conqueror. So as soon as you got those 2 out, some sort of damage is being dealt, then the game's over at that point. I liked it. I thought it was great. It didn't enhance the win rate, but it did make me feel better because it gave me a whole nother thing to work with. You know, if the discard wasn't doing so hot, the combo was going to come in place and possibly take over. If the combo didn't do it, then the rest of the deck was pretty much going to be really good anyways, and it was going to do what it needed to do, just a little bit slower. So yeah, it was a great deck, good improvement. I appreciated it. All right, let's get down to it. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player? Yesterday, when I talked about it, it was Bandit's Talent was the MVP. God, Liliana is just so incredible in this deck as well. The two of them are almost up there on each other. I'm still going to give it to Bandit's Talent just because Bandit's Talent offers card draw. Liliana is fantastic with the creature kill and the discard and the ability to do Super Saiyan ability of, separating all of their stuff into two different piles. But Bandit's Talent has a much better value that you get throughout the game. So I'm going to give it to Bandit's Talent. You are today's MVP. Let me hover over you real quick. You are today's MVP. Congratulations. Once again, you are going to Disneyland for another day. All right, let's see. Was this deck competitive? Still was. It's still at about 75%. So, yeah, great deck. The thing is, it does great against any deck because it just starts hammering the cards in their hand, and people just can't hold up against it. The only deck I had a problem with, I would say, that wasn't because this deck choked out for some reason, was aggro. Just because aggro could get at me faster than I had the ability to force them to discard. So aggro is the only people you really got to worry about. This deck does great otherwise. What I love is when you start ripping blue apart. Blue does its thing because a lot of times they have card draw, and therefore if you tell them to discard, they still are getting a lot of card draw otherwise. But that's what Sheoldred comes in for, to really punish them for that. So regardless, this deck really works out well. Usually gives you plenty of time. Has a little bit of lifelink into it. It's a very, very competitive deck. 75%. All right, so was this deck fun? Yeah, I mean, I don't like playing against it, but I sure like playing it. Discard is awesome. I like the fact that I even got some creature control, which is usually what I require in everything. Go for the throat, Anoint with Affliction, Cut Down, and Liliana all there to do what they're supposed to do. It was fantastic. Plus, you got a lot of discard with Liliana double teaming on that. So yeah, I mean, altogether, it was a great deck to play. Lots of fun things to do. It's a little control-y, meaning that we're going to be playing until the late game. But the thing is, your deck steps in mid-game once you get that combo together, and the deck just ends. So it does not go long because your deck will eventually nip everything in the bud, which is fantastic. All right, lastly, was this deck interesting? I said the last deck was not interesting because it was 100% just the standard mono black discard. I'm going to say, yeah, this one's more interesting just because I gave it the second path to victory. I'm a little disappointed. I mean, as in, I don't like playing the Blight-Priest with Conqueror combo because it is so final. I mean, you have to get like you have to get something to do a point of damage, right? But when it comes in and it comes together, there's just nothing anybody can do. It just locks in and drains them down. It's like a shark getting a hold of somebody's neck. The blood just starts ripping and they can't do anything to stop it. So, but it does make the deck more interesting in that you have a second path to victory. It was good. It was an interesting deck because of that. All right, so let's add this up. Was this deck competitive? Yes. Was it fun? Yes. Was it interesting? Yes. So I'm going to give it an A+. I think this is a top shelf deck. I think it's well worth playing in almost every situation, and I would highly recommend it to anybody. As required by federal law, this deck is so choice. I'd highly recommend you pick one up should you have the means. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.